Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And my name is Catherine, and today we have an elementary level lesson for you guys out there.
That's right. Today we are going to talk about an interesting topic, especially for women. We are going to the nail salon.
Okay, so we're going to get our fingernails painted. All right, so let's take a look at vocabulary preview to find out what nail salon means.
Vocabulary preview.
All right, so if you go to a nail salon, it's a specific place where they paint your nails, right?
Exactly. So it's a shop or a store where you can have your nails painted. So they have special people to help you.
If you want to go get your hair cut, you would go to the hair salon.
Exactly. So we have hair salon and nail salon. In this case, at the nail salon, they can't cut your hair.
Okay, very good. So why don't we listen to our dialogue for the first time?
Honey, I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
I told you already. I'm going to get my nails done.
Again? You just went last week. You spend more time at the nail salon than you do here at home. Honestly, why do you need a manicure every week?
Well, first of all, I like to pamper myself, and my nails look great. You should come with me.
Why? I don't want to have nail polish or anything like that.
They don't only paint my nails. The manicurist will remove my cuticles, file my nails, and apply at least 4 coats of nail polish.
Yeah, sounds like something I should definitely do.
All right, we're back. So now we found some very interesting and specific words related to nails. So why don't we look at those now on Language Takeaway?
Language takeaway.
All right, so this first word is an important word for every woman to know, and I know a lot of men who get this too. It's called a manicure.
All right, manicure. And what exactly is a manicure?
Well, a manicure is a service that you get at a nail salon, and that means that the people at the nail salon will cut your nails and shape your nails. That means if you want them to be pointy or boxy, and then you get them painted and dried.
Okay, so they basically take care of your nails, of your fingernails, a manicure.
Exactly. And so the important thing to remember here that a manicure is for your hands.
Right, so you can also get your toenails or your feet taken care of, right?
Exactly. So that's different. That's a pedicure because pedi means foot. So pedicure is for your feet and a manicure is for your hands.
All right, very good. And well, we talked about painting your nails, and that paint has a specific name, right?
Exactly. So you wouldn't use wall paint on your fingers, would you?
Right.
So you have to use a special paint, and this is called nail polish.
Nail polish, okay.
So a polish is something that makes a surface or a thing shiny. Okay, so nail polish is a paint that makes your nails very shiny.
All right, very good. And well, moving on, we talked about a manicure, and there's a specific word for the person that provides this service, that takes care of your nails.
Okay, so the job at a nail salon is manicurist. That's the person who paints your nails, okay?
All right.
And so you could say, I have a favorite manicurist. Her name is Sally.
Okay, very good. And well, manicurists, they perform a manicure. And well, apart from painting your nails, they also push your cuticles or remove your cuticles, like in the dialogue. What are the cuticles?
Okay, cuticle is a very hard word. This word describes the skin around your fingernail. Okay, so you have skin all over your body, but on your fingernail you have special kind of skin. And so a manicurist will sometimes push or cut the dead skin, that's the cuticle, from your finger.
Okay, very good. So if you look at your fingernails now, you will see a little thin layer of skin on your fingernail. That's the cuticle. And well, apart from removing your cuticles and painting your nails, they will also file your nails. And this is a verb, to file.
To file. Okay, so this is a word that's kind of like cut or trim, but a file is a more delicate process. So it means that we kind of shave off very, very, very little at a time. And so to file your nails means to make them shaped differently or to smooth them. They're not cutting, clip, clip, clip. It's not that. It's a little bit less than that.
And now there's also a noun for this, a nail file. And most women will usually have it. It's a long piece of cardboard that has a paper that's kind of like sand on it, kind of like sandpaper.
It doesn't feel good when you rub it with your hand.
But if you use it on your nails, it will little by little just take away little parts of your nail. Yeah.
Like that.
You usually see it, the many secretaries, in TV shows, they're always filing their nails.
Exactly, making them perfect.
Okay, so those are the words we have for language takeaway. Why don't we take a look at our dialogue again, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Honey, I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
I told you already. I'm going to get my nails done.
Again? You just went last week. You spend more time at the nail salon than you do here at home. Honestly, why do you need a manicure every week?
Well, first of all, I like to pamper myself, and my nails look great. You should come with me.
Why? I don't want to have nail polish or anything like that.
They don't only paint my nails. The manicurist will remove my cuticles, file my nails, and apply at least 4 coats of nail polish.
Yeah, sounds like something I should definitely do.
All right, we're back. So now why don't we start with some phrases, some very good phrases that we found in this dialogue in Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
This first phrase is really important when we talk about nails because it's the way that we describe going to the nail salon. So I can say, I'm going to get my nails done today.
Okay, so to get your nails done, that means that you're going to get your nails cut, filed, painted, etc.
I'm going to get a manicure, but that's very, serious. So you could say, I'm going to get my nails done. It's more spoken language.
Okay, so I'm going to get my nails done, or you got your nails done. Very good. And well, the woman was talking about why she likes to go get a manicure, and she said that she likes to pamper herself.
Okay, this is very common, especially when women are trying to talk about why they spend money on hair and nails and clothes. They say, I like to pamper myself. To pamper means to treat very, very well.
Okay. So if you go get a manicure, it's kind of like pampering yourself, or maybe going to a spa.
Exactly, or getting a massage. And so we could say also, don't pamper the dog. He's very naughty.
So a synonym would be to spoil.
To spoil oneself, to pamper.
Indulge. Okay. So, and, well, she was talking about how they perform a manicure, and she talked about 4 coats of nail polish. So a coat, we know that it's a kind of like a jacket, right? But in this case?
Yeah. In this case, it means a layer. So you paint your nails one time, okay? You have color. Maybe it doesn't look right, okay? It's very thin. So you say, okay, I'm going to paint 2 coats, and then you paint one more time, and the color gets darker. And you paint one more time, and the color gets very dark and very thick. And so these are called coats. That means layers of nail polish. And it's a special word we use when we're talking about painting our nails.
Right. So it's not only for nails, but if you're painting your house, maybe you need 2 or 3 coats of paint.
Exactly. If we have a red wall and we want to paint it white, we definitely need 2, 3, maybe 4 coats of paint. Otherwise, we'll still see the red.
Okay, very good. Very interesting phrases. Let's take a look at this dialogue for the very last time, and we'll be back shortly.
Honey, I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
I told you already. I'm going to get my nails done.
Again? You just went last week. You spend more time at the nail salon than you do here at home. Honestly, why do you need a manicure every week?
Well, first of all, I like to pamper myself, and my nails look great. You should come with me.
Why? I don't want to have nail polish or anything like that.
They don't only paint my nails. The manicurist will remove my cuticles, file my nails, and apply at least 4 coats of nail polish.
Yeah, sounds like something I should definitely do.
All right, we're back. So, Catherine, are you a big fan of manicures? Do you get it done often?
I didn't used to, but I really enjoy them now. I think it's a nice way to relax on the weekend. So every couple of weeks, I go to the nail salon and I get my nails done.
All right. And I think one of the words that we didn't talk about here, but it's very, I don't know, for men, it's kind of a strange smell, is nail polish remover. The acetone, right? It's a very strong chemical.
It is really disgusting. Nail polish remover, the word to remove means to take away. And so when the nail polish, we want to change the color, we have to use this. It's like water, but it smells really bad. And so my boyfriend always gets angry when I use the nail polish remover because the whole house starts to stink.
It's a very strong smell and you get kind of dizzy. So that's why.
It goes into your head.
All right. Well, if you guys have any questions, any doubts, or any suggestions about this lesson or any other lesson, please come to our website, englishpod.com, and we'll see you guys there.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Have a manicure. Get someone's nails done. Treat with excessive indulgence. Pamper. Smooth with a file. File. Cover. Surface. Coat. To place in contact with. To lay or spread on. Apply.
Let's try that faster.
Have a manicure. Get someone's nails done. Cover. Surface. Coat. Treat with excessive indulgence. Pamper. To place in contact with. To lay or spread on. Apply. Smooth with a file. File.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Get someone's nails done. My girlfriends and I are getting together tonight to get our nails done. Get someone's nails done. At the birthday party, the girls did each other's nails with purple nail polish. Get someone's nails done. Your nails look horrible. You should go to the manicurist to get your nails done before the wedding. Pamper. I like to pamper myself every once in a while. Pamper. He pampers her with flowers and chocolates all the time. Pamper. She likes to pamper her dog. She buys him pillows and toys and gives him treats twice a day. File. The manicurist filed my nails until they were smooth. File. He filed down the rough edges of the piece of metal. File. She keeps a nail file in her purse at all times. Coat. The new coat of paint was fading already. Coat. I waited until the last coat of nail polish dried before putting on my gloves. Coat. The apple had a coat of melted sugar around it. Apply. My manicurist applied a clear base coat, 2 coats of color, and a clear top coat on my nails. Apply. He applied a new coat of paint on his truck. Apply. The child applied 2 stickers to the front of his notebook.
Hello, English learners. Welcome back to another great lesson here at English Pod. My name is Marco.
And my name is Catherine. So, Marco, today we've got a little bit of an unusual lesson because we're talking about hypothetical situations.
Right, we're talking about a unreal situation or something that may happen or may not happen.
Okay, so you're going to hear all about this in today's dialogue. We're going to hear it a couple of times. When we come back, we'll be breaking it down for you so you know all about these great phrases and how to talk about not real situations with your friends.
Okay, next question. If Eric asked you out on a date, what would you say?
Duh, I would say yes. Eric is the most popular kid in school. Okay, my turn. What would you do if you won the lottery?
Let's see. If I won the lottery, I would buy 2 tickets for a trip around the world.
If you buy me a ticket, I'll go with you for sure.
My dad would freak out if I even mention a trip like that.
All right, this is a good one. What would your mom say if you told her that you're going to get married?
If I told her that, she would faint and have me committed.
All right, so I think that was clear and, well, a very common situation. 2 teenage girls talking to each other about, boys and what would you do and da-da-da.
Guys do this too, so don't just put this on the girls, okay?
I don't think we do it like this, though.
No, but it's actually a very popular game in the car to play, the what if game.
The what if game,
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's exactly the topic that we want to talk about today is the structure what if, which is actually called a conditional.
All right, so conditional because the result, the thing that happens, depends on something else.
Exactly.
So let's actually take a look at the words in today's language takeaway before we talk about all this grammar stuff.
Language takeaway.
Okay, so we'll start out with some basic words. They were talking about guys, and she said if Eric asked you out. Right? So to ask somebody out.
Okay, so this might be a little bit strange because you think, okay, to ask is to ask a question. But to ask out, it's a fixed phrase. It's something you say. These 2 words go together, right? So I want to ask someone out. It means I want to invite someone on a date.
On a romantic date, usually.
So yeah, I want to ask him out to dinner, or he asked me out to the movies.
Now, if I didn't want to ask somebody out on a romantic date, what verb would you use?
I'd say you could invite someone out, but then again, it's always a little bit, you can say invite for someone if you're going to ask them on a date too. So
Yeah.
I'd say to ask out is always romantic, and to invite can be romantic or just friends.
Okay, so to ask somebody out. Now, they were talking about other situations. Maybe they would go on a trip or something. And she said, my dad would freak out.
This is a great phrase, and this is something that I used a lot when I was a teenager.
The word freak out?
Freak out. So the verb to freak out means to be really angry or upset, or, it could be a good thing or a bad thing. But usually when we're talking about our parents, it's a bad thing.
It's a bad thing. So they get angry, they start yelling at you.
Yeah, so
Freak out.
Freak out means like overreact.
All right. And the last word that we have on language takeaway today is committed.
Well, let's look at the whole phrase. He says, she would have me committed. So this is actually being done to someone.
Now, we did look at this word before, but basically for marriage, right? To commit to somebody, to promise.
Yeah, but to have someone committed means that you're going to send them away to maybe a mental institution.
Exactly.
So this means they have psychological problems and someone else sends them to the hospital because they can't send themselves.
Exactly. So it's always used to have someone committed, right?
Right, because it's being done to them. They don't want it to happen. It's involuntary.
Okay. So she had him committed.
My mom's going to have me committed if I keep working 20 hours a day.
Exactly. So that's the way you use it. And so now you have another way of using this verb. But now I think we should listen to this dialogue again. We're going to slow it down a little bit, and then we'll come back and look at this grammar focus that we want to talk about.
Okay, next question. If Eric asked you out on a date, what would you say?
Duh, I would say yes. Eric is the most popular kid in school. Okay, my turn. What would you do if you won the lottery?
Let's see. If I won the lottery, I would buy 2 tickets for a trip around the world.
If you buy me a ticket, I will go with you for sure.
My dad would freak out if I even mention a trip like that.
All right, this is a good one. What would your mom say if you told her you were going to get married?
If I told her that, she would faint and have me committed.
All right, so we understood all the vocab now. Now let's take a look at these unreal situations and what we were saying, the what if game.
Right, so I think it's important to push these into 2 different categories, right? We have one kind where it's very unrealistic. It's probably not going to happen, that kind of situation. And the other one is a situation that could very well happen, something that's probably very common. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is very unrealistic situations, things that probably won't happen.
Okay, so let's take a look at an example that we found in the dialogue. The most common one, and I think everybody gets asked this question, is if you won the lottery, what would you do?
Okay, if you won the lottery. So this is a situation that's very uncommon, right? Not many people win the lottery. So we have to say, if you won the lottery. So we use this verb in the past tense. If you won the lottery, if this happened, what would you do?
Right.
All
So,
right.
Catherine, if you won the lottery, what would you do?
If I won the lottery, I would buy a boat and sail around the world with my friends.
All right. So another example, again, using the same structure, right? The verb in the simple past tense, we would say, if you were stuck on an island with one other person, who would that be?
All right. So if you were stuck on a desert island with one person, who would that person be? So Marco, I'm going to ask you, who would it be?
I think it would be an engineer or a scientist that could probably get me off the island.
What about your girlfriend?
No, well, that's the point. If I can get to her quicker.
Oh, okay. I would say maybe kind of romantic, but kind of not. So that's the first situation. We've got these situations like being stuck on an island, winning the lottery. These are very unlikely. But what about the other kind?
But before we move on to that, you notice that we used the verb was. We didn't say if I was on an island. I said if I were, right? Or if you were. So this is the way that you use it in these conditionals. If I were you, or if you were president of the United States.
Yeah, this is a rule. So this is a grammar rule. We're not going to describe why it happens because it's very, very complicated and you can look it up on our site, but we're going to describe how to use it. That's the most important. So we can say, for example, Marco, if I were you, I would dye my hair red.
Why?
I don't know. I think it would look cool.
I don't think so.
So if I were you, I would. Or if you were me, what would you do?
Exactly. So we always use it like this, right? If you're going to use this conditional, always use were for the subject, never was.
Right. So you can tell this is very, very big grammar issue. A lot of English speakers make this mistake.
Yes, very many. So, but now you know that you shouldn't make this mistake and you can speak properly. All right. So now that we've seen these semi-unreal situations, let's move on to something that's a little bit more probable that it may happen.
Right. So we've got these situations that are common or likely. For example, in this lesson, we hear, I will go with you for sure. So this is, if you buy me a ticket to travel, of course I will go with you. So if you buy, this is in the present tense. If you buy, then I will.
Right.
Right.
So now you notice the difference. The verb is in the present, and then we use, instead of would, we use will. So again, I can say, if it rains tomorrow, I will stay home and watch TV all day.
Okay, so think about this. Before we talked about going to desert islands. Now we're talking about rain and the weather. They're very, very different. The rain is very common. So we can say, if it rains tomorrow, I will need an umbrella. What about this? If we have lunch tomorrow, what will we eat?
So we have lunch pretty much every day, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So again, it's a situation that is very probable. So if we have lunch tomorrow, we will probably eat, I don't know, pasta. I think I'm feeling like pasta tomorrow.
Pasta.
Yeah.
Some noodles.
Yeah.
All right, so Marco, let's take another listen to some of these phrases and try and figure out while you're listening which kind of conditional it is, first or the second.
Example 1.
If it's sunny today, we will go to the park.
Example 2.
I would get a divorce if I were you.
Example 3.
Mary will be very sad if Joe leaves.
Example 4.
We wouldn't be so late if Nick drove faster.
Very good. So we heard different examples, and the first conditional is the one that we mentioned is very probable, and the second conditional is the one that's not so probable. So they're very easy to distinguish. You don't really need to know the names, just know how to use them, right?
Exactly. And so just remember, if you were me, what would you do? We've got these kind of pairs, these words that go together. And the other one is more common. It's if it rains tomorrow, I will bring an umbrella.
Perfect. So why don't we listen to this dialogue for the last time, just to kind of reinforce everything, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more.
Okay, next question. If Eric asked you out on a date, what would you say?
Duh. I would say yes. Eric is the most popular kid in school. Okay, my turn. What would you do if you won the lottery?
Let's see. If I won the lottery, I would buy 2 tickets for a trip around the world.
If you buy me a ticket, I'll go with you for sure.
My dad would freak out if I even mention a trip like that.
All right, this is a good one. What would your mom say if you told her that you're going to get married?
If I told her that, she would faint and have me committed.
So, Marco, if we talk any more about grammar, someone's going to have me committed.
It is a little bit difficult to talk about grammar, especially on a podcast, because it's such a difficult topic and it's also kind of heavy, right?
It is, but I'll tell you this. These are very, very common phrases. People use these all the time. We talk in hypotheticals very often.
Yeah.
So if you're asking for advice, for example, or if you're just playing a game in the car, you're going to encounter these, and it's very important to be able to know how to use them.
So, and this is what we want to see now. Please come to our website at englishpod.com, and you have a million questions. You have a million hypotheticals that you can leave on our website. So let us know. Ask us the craziest, funniest, weirdest questions that you can, right?
Exactly. And if you have questions about the stuff that we've been talking about, you're not really clear on some things, just ask us, because we're happy to answer your questions and give more examples on the website.
All right. So we'll see you guys there. And until next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. To be in the place of someone.
Be in your shoes.
To lose one's nerve, become suddenly anxious.
Freak out.
An instance of spending the night as a guest at another's home.
Sleepover.
To request a date.
Ask someone out.
Suppositional, uncertain.
Hypothetical.
Put in a mental hospital.
Commit.
Rumor or talk of a personal, sensational, or intimate nature.
Gossip.
To join in marriage.
Get married.
To have dreamlike musings or fantasies while awake.
Daydream.
A romantic meeting.
Date.
Let's try that faster. Suppositional, uncertain.
Hypothetical.
To join in marriage.
Get married.
Rumor or talk of a personal, sensational, or intimate nature.
Gossip.
To have dreamlike musings or fantasies while awake.
Daydream.
To be in the place of someone.
Be in your shoes.
Put in a mental hospital.
Commit.
A romantic meeting.
Date.
An instance of spending the night as a guest at another's home.
Sleepover.
To request a date.
Ask someone out.
To lose one's nerve, become suddenly anxious.
Freak out.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Ask someone out. When asking someone out, choose your moment carefully and practice what you might say in advance so that you don't appear tongue-tied. Ask someone out. I heard you asked your new neighbor out on a date. Ask someone out. I really want to ask Jeff out, but what if he says no? Freak out. Oh my gosh. I'm going to meet Justin Timberlake. I'm totally freaking out. Freak out. Why did you freak out when I told you I'd be late for dinner? Freak out. Don't freak out. We can solve this problem in 5 minutes. Commit. The judge had him committed to a mental institution. Commit. If you get committed to an asylum, can you eventually get out? Commit. He was committed to 50 hours of community service for his crimes. If I won $1 million, I would buy you a diamond ring. We wouldn't be so late if Nick drove faster. I would get a divorce if I were you. If it's sunny today, we will go to the park. If you study hard, you will pass the test. Mary will be very sad if Joe leaves.
Hello, English learners. Welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica.
And today we're bringing you another lesson on our sports series.
We're talking about baseball today.
Baseball, the American national pastime.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So we're going to be looking at this interesting sport that is played mainly in the Caribbean. And, well, it's actually very popular in the United States and Japan.
That's right.
Korea.
Yep. So we're not only going to learn a bunch of baseball language, but we're also going to see how baseball has a big influence on English in general.
That's right. So we're going to learn a lot of great things today. So why don't we start and listen to our dialogue?
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome back to today's game. My name is Rick Fields, and of course, I am here once again with the man that seals the deal, Bob Copeland.
It's a beautiful day to see two world-class teams face each other and fight for their right to be called champions.
Well, the national anthem has just been sung, and the umpire has started the game. It's time to play ball.
Roger Vargas is up at bat. Pitcher winds up and strike one.
Very nice curveball by the pitcher. The catcher gives him the sign. He winds up, and Vargas gets a line drive.
The players are scrambling to get the ball. Vargas gets to first base, and he's still going. The outfielder throws it to second. Vargas slides. He's safe.
Great play.
We have a runner on third, and up at bat is Brian Okami. There's the pitch. He hits it. It's going. That ball is gone.
Home run by Okami. That puts this team ahead by 2 as we are at the bottom of the 5th inning here at Ritchie Stadium.
All right, well, a pretty exciting game there at Ritchie Stadium.
Exactly, and we have some interesting players, Roger Vargas and Brian Okami. All right, so, well, we saw some great words, and, well, it's time for us to take a look at them now in Language Takeaway.
Language takeaway.
Okay, we're going to look at some common sports and baseball words here. Now, the first phrase, we'll hear this almost at any sort of international sports event, right?
Exactly. And it's the national anthem.
National anthem.
National anthem.
So this is a song, right?
Exactly. It's the song that you sing about your country. And many people confuse it, right?
Yeah, a lot of people might say national hymn.
Okay, hymn. Because in some languages, it might be like a hymn, like literally translating.
Yep.
But in English, it's called the national anthem.
The national anthem.
All right. So what about our next word?
Well, we were talking about the pitcher.
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 The pitcher.
Pitcher.
Okay, and now this is one of the players on a baseball team, and his job is to
throw the ball.
To throw the ball really fast.
So that the guy can hit it with the bat.
Okay, so that's the pitcher. Now, the interesting thing is that the baseball commentator said the pitcher winds up.
Winds up.
To wind up.
To wind up. Okay, well, let me paint you a picture.
Okay.
So imagine a clock.
Uh-huh.
And you're turning the clock to wind it up, to get it ready to go.
To make it work.
Exactly. So imagine the pitcher doing the same sort of thing, bringing his arm back behind him, getting ready to throw the ball.
Okay, so that is to wind up. Very good. So you can use this word not only in baseball, but for other things that require you to do this action.
Right, to turn something and get it ready to have lots of power.
Like some toys.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a music box. Okay. Wind up. What about our next phrase?
Well, Roger Vargas hit a line drive.
Line drive.
Line drive.
Okay, so what is a line drive?
Well, it's a term from baseball, and when you hit a line drive, you hit the ball sort of low on towards the ground, and it travels along the outside of the field.
Right, so the ball basically travels along the foul line.
That white line.
The white line, exactly. Very good. So that's a line drive.
And so the players on the field were scrambling to get the ball.
Scrambling. Now, we know scrambled eggs from one of our lessons.
Yes, but the verb to scramble means to move quickly in a disorganized way to do something.
Okay, so the players are moving very fast, trying to get the ball, but they're not doing it very well.
Right. And you can use this in other ways, right? Not just in baseball.
Right. For example, we can say, the people are scrambling to buy their tickets for the concert.
Yeah. Or I'm going on vacation tomorrow and I'm scrambling to get everything ready.
Exactly. It's a very good term that you can use also in your daily life.
Exactly.
All right. And what about our last word for today on Language Takeaway?
Well, they were in the 5th inning of the game.
Okay, so inning.
Inning. All right, this is another baseball term, and it just means the period of play.
Okay, so we learned, for example, that in soccer you have 2 halves.
Or in hockey, you have 3 periods.
All right, and in baseball you have 9 innings.
Okay, great. So some interesting sports and baseball vocabulary. Now, I think it will help us to hear this again slower. So let's listen to the dialogue.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome back to today's game. My name is Rick Fields, and of course, I am here once again with the man that seals the deal, Bob Copeland.
It's a beautiful day to see 2 world-class teams face each other and fight for their right to be called champions.
Well, the national anthem has just been sung, and the umpire has started the game. It's time to play ball.
Roger Vargas is up at bat. The pitcher winds up, and strike 1.
A very nice curveball by the pitcher. The catcher gives him the sign. He winds up, and Vargas gets a line drive.
The players are scrambling to get the ball. Vargas gets to first base, and he's still going. The outfielder throws it to second. Vargas slides. He's safe.
Great play.
We have a runner on third, and up at bat is Brian Okami. There's the pitch. He hits it. It's going. That ball is gone.
Home run by Okami. That puts this team ahead by 2 as we are at the bottom of the 5th inning here at Ritchie Stadium.
All right, so as we said, there are a lot of English terms that come from baseball, but we use them in business context or in your daily life, right?
Yeah, why don't we look at those now in Fluency Builder?
Fluency Builder.
All right, so the first phrase that we have is up to bat.
Up to bat.
Up to bat.
So literally, in this dialogue, it means the guy is standing on home plate ready to hit the ball, right?
Right. He has the bat and he's ready to hit it.
But what about in other contexts?
So, for example, you can be at a meeting and maybe it's your turn to talk.
So you're up to bat.
So, exactly. Your boss will say, okay, Erica, you're up to bat.
Okay, so it means sort of like it's your turn.
It's your turn.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, so that's another term that is used in baseball, but very commonly used in other circumstances.
So we also saw in the dialogue that Roger Vegas, he hit the ball, but he missed, and that was strike 1.
Right, strike 1. So in baseball, you have 3 strikes.
3 tries.
3 tries before you're out.
Yes.
And so now the same thing happens in daily life.
So if someone says, that was strike 1.
It means you made the first mistake.
Yes, and if you make 2 more, you will be fired, for example. Yeah.
Or maybe your parents will say, okay, that wasn't nice, strike 1.
And then 2 more times and you'll have a timeout.
Or you'll be grounded.
Yes.
Okay, so that's also called a strike. And the pitcher threw a curveball.
A curveball.
Curveball.
So, okay, pretty clear. A curveball is when you throw the ball and it sort of goes in a curve. It doesn't go straight, right?
Right, exactly.
But how can this be used outside of baseball?
So you can say, oh, my boss threw me a curveball today.
So he gave you an unexpected problem.
Or something that was difficult to handle.
Okay, this one is pretty interesting. I'd like to hear a few more examples.
Example 1.
My boss threw me a curveball today, so I have to stay and work late.
Example 2.
It was a huge curveball when she asked me how many kids I wanted to have. How am I supposed to know?
All right, so that's basically a curveball. You can say an unexpected problem or situation.
That's right.
And our last phrase, and well, probably one that's you already know, home run.
A home run.
A home run.
From baseball, we know that that's when you hit the ball really far.
And you hit it outside of the playing area or outside the park.
Yes.
And now if you use it in a business context or in your daily life,
it means something similar. Why don't we take a listen to the examples and see if we can figure it out?
Example 1.
Great job on that sales presentation. You really hit a home run.
Example 2.
Our sales team hit a home run this month by doubling our revenue.
Okay, so basically a home run is a success.
A victory.
A victory.
Yeah, a big accomplishment.
That's right. So we've seen a lot of these great phrases, and as you can see, a lot of them from baseball are used in your daily life, and there are many, many more.
Okay, well, why don't we hear them again in the baseball context, and we'll listen to the dialogue one more time.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome back to today's game. My name is Rick Fields, and of course, I am here once again with the man that seals the deal, Bob Copeland.
It's a beautiful day to see two world-class teams face each other and fight for their right to be called champions.
Well, the national anthem has just been sung, and the umpire has started the game. It's time to play ball.
Roger Vargas is up at bat. Pitcher winds up and strike one.
Very nice curveball by the pitcher. The catcher gives him the sign. He winds up, and Vargas gets a line drive.
The players are scrambling to get the ball. Vargas gets to first base, and he's still going. The outfielder throws it to second. Vargas slides. He's safe.
Great play.
We have a runner on third, and up at bat is Brian Okami. There's the pitch. He hits it. It's going. That ball is gone.
Home run by Okami. That puts this team ahead by 2 as we are at the bottom of the 5th inning here at Ritchie Stadium.
All right, so an interesting dialogue, a very interesting sport. And well, personally, I never played this as a child.
Me neither, really.
I don't really like it too much, but it is kind of fun to go to a game, and especially in the United States, have those hot dogs and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah. Well, a cultural event, a really important piece of American culture.
Exactly. So, well, we encourage you to come to our website, englishpod.com. Tell us what you think, and also, of course, if you have questions or doubts, be sure to tell us.
If you have any other sort of baseball-related phrases, let us know about them on the website.
Okay, so we'll see you guys there.
Thanks for downloading, and until next time, goodbye.
Bye. The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Ranking with the best in the whole world.
World class.
The song that represents a country and that is played in ceremonies.
National anthem.
A person who controls and judges a baseball game.
Umpire.
Get ready to hit the ball.
Up at bat.
Get the energy to throw the ball.
Wind up.
A ball thrown on a curve, not straight, that is hard to hit.
Curveball.
The player who throws the ball to the batter.
Pitcher.
The player behind home plate who catches the ball without being hit.
Catcher.
A hit that travels low along the baseline.
Line drive.
Do something quickly and in a disorganized way.
Scramble.
A player who plays in the area that is relatively far from the pitch.
Outfielder.
Successfully gets to the base.
Safe.
A hit that strikes the ball out of the field.
Home run.
A set of baseball containing a turn at bat and a turn in field for each side.
Inning.
The next in line to do something.
Up to bat.
An approximate number.
Ballpark figure.
To do something very well or very successfully.
Hit it out of the park.
Immediately, without delay.
Off the bat.
An unusual, crazy, or eccentric person.
Screwball.
Let's try that faster.
Immediately, without delay.
Off the bat.
The song that represents a country and that is played in ceremonies.
National anthem.
The player behind home plate who catches the ball without being hit.
Catcher.
Get ready to hit the ball.
Up at bat.
A ball thrown on a curve, not straight, that is hard to hit.
Curveball.
An approximate number.
Ballpark figure.
To do something very well or very successfully.
Hit it out of the park.
A hit that strikes the ball out of the field.
Home run.
Ranking with the best in the whole world.
World class.
Do something quickly and in a disorganized way.
Scramble.
A player who plays in the area that is relatively far from the pitch.
Outfielder.
The next in line to do something.
Up to bat.
A set of baseball containing a turn at bat and a turn in field for each side.
Inning.
A hit that travels low along the baseline.
Line drive.
An unusual, crazy, or eccentric person.
Screwball.
Successfully gets to the base.
Safe.
The player who throws the ball to the batter.
Pitcher.
A person who controls and judges a baseball game.
Umpire.
Get the energy to throw the ball.
Wind up.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
World class.
That was a world-class performance that the actors displayed tonight.
World class.
We are building a world-class management team.
World class.
Our company aspires to be world-class leaders in IT development.
Curveball.
My boss threw me a curveball today, so I have to stay and work late.
Curveball.
It was a huge curveball when she asked me how many kids I wanted to have. How am I supposed to know?
Curveball.
I've been thrown so many curveballs this month with this new project. I can't take it anymore. Great job on that sales presentation. You really hit a home run. Our sales team hit a home run this month by doubling our revenue. Janice hit a home run today with her great dissertation on consumer psychology. Our team is ahead by 5 points. We are going to win. That runner is ahead of everyone else by more than 2 minutes. Our sales team is ahead by more than $1,000 on this month's target sales.
Scramble.
I woke up late today and had to scramble to work as fast as I could.
Scramble.
When Mike's cat got lost, we all scrambled around the neighborhood looking for him.
Scramble.
I saw a mouse in the kitchen, but he scrambled under the stove before I could catch it.